Okay, so for starters, let's take a look at the team comps, right? So, not looking at deaths here, right? Identifying some different win conditions. Let's see. So, Darius is top lane against this guy. Yeah. Okay, so I was wondering what runes you went because you went Hail of Blades. Looking at having Titanic there, I would assume that you went Conquer. If you are going to be building Titanic Hydra, Conquer is really strong. Because the only reason that Halo Blades work so well on Xin Zhao is that you don't typically build a attack resetting item like a Tiamat. So having Hail Blades and Titanic Hydra is overkill. Conquer is fantastic with Titanic because if you are going to be building Conquer and Titanic together, you can still get your third proc on your Q like immediately. It's fantastic. I love it. Okay, but anyway, I digress. Let's continue. So identifying win conditions. I mean, the Darius into Rumble matchup, I think is pretty volatile, which I'm interested to see if Sejuani played through that top lane or not. They have a super killer comp. You have a definitely like run them down comp. You've got 3 like fat bruisers with a Kale. So Kale's your late game insurance. Jhin, I like Jhin as far as an AD carry goes, but he falls off in comparison to Tristana as far as like team fight availability and like usefulness goes. But yeah, let's go ahead and watch. Let's get started. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, okay. Holy. All right. Well, last time I logged into this account, because I log into it all the time, right? I was like, hey, let's go ahead and do all the sounds very loud. So let's go ahead and change that right quick. That's pretty good. You feel like the Sejuani was really good for your MMR? Yeah. Which Sejuani is one of the easier junglers. I think most people would agree with that. Let's go ahead and... Wow, my mouse speed and everything is like so crazy. Okay. Sorry. Usually I don't have to do this, you know? Don't insult my speeds. Okay. All right, let's see what your team does. So level 1, obviously doing a 5-point is always very beneficial. If you can get down in this area when you're starting, it blocks them in this region. So when you are waiting, because this is really vulnerable right here, just from an invade standpoint, and they're rocking the Bard, Sejuani, Rumble. They don't really have like a super strong invade, but if they just walked in, this is super vulnerable because you don't see them until they're like right here in that bush. So just stand here. If you can, get your top laner to stand up in the tri-bush. Sam, what's going on, man? Oh, he's petting the little belly rubs. Which also, okay, so looking at your team versus theirs, right? Tristana, Bard, Sejuani. Nautilus, Xin Zhao. Anytime that you're playing Xin Zhao, look to see who has the stronger level 1, because I would reckon with Nautilus, an invade would be very, very doable. Because they don't have any melees to empower the Sejuani, and Sejuani is not going to be able to stack her passive very, very quickly. Darius is so cute with this puppy, right? Hilarious. So consider doing a late invade. Because just your team comp versus theirs, yes, they've got Bard that can do a Q. But, I don't know, I think you guys win that level 1 pretty hard. Something to think about. Nice, I like that. So one thing that you did there is auto and then E, so you do know the micros on the clearing of mobs for Xin Zhao. You move in between your hits. Good, good, good. You're not letting the bleed go. Alrighty. So, knowing Sejuani's path, a couple different things that you can do here. Sejuani will typically go for a full clear. She always goes Talisman in order to clear. She'll do red, golems, raptors, if she's a smart Sejuani. Invading and taking a blue isn't always going to be the most beneficial. It's going to be, in my opinion, it would be better to get red golems, look for a early pressure gank top, and then invade and take her top camps. Because by the time she does all 3 of these and moves up to blue, she's going to be probably at like half health and not really looking to fight. And if you get the priority for your top laner, because anytime that you're playing Xin Zhao, his level 2 ganks are insane, especially if you're going Halo Blades, which I definitely prefer Halo Blades over anything, really. Let's take a further look at your runes though, now that we have it up. We've got Halo Blades, we've got Sudden Impact, Eyeball, Ravenous Hunter though. So one thing with Ravenous Hunter, right? Healing reduced to 1/3 for area of effects abilities. Start running Relentless instead of Ravenous. You're going to have a lot better success. Your ganks are going to be a lot more potent. You'll be able to get in lanes really, really quick, because once you get that fully stacked, you just show up, and when you're ganking, run behind them. Don't use your E, just walk up to them and start doing your Q. Because with Hail Blades, it's going to proc immediately. It's going to force them to flash. Once they flash, then you can do E. Wait, Ravenous on Xin Zhao? F. F to pay respects, right? Yeah, but it's a learning opportunity. That's what we're doing. Coup de Grace, I don't really prefer it. Triumph is great. Alacrity is better. Looking at their team though, they've got CC here, CC here, CC, not really too much CC. You could either go Tenacity instead of Coup de Grace, or you could go, what's the attack speed one? Alacrity. Yeah, man. Oh, I should start writing stuff down. I'm gonna start writing stuff down. That way I can give you a list at the end. Relentless. Alacrity. Yes. So Triumph, Alacrity instead. Because the only time that you really want to do Coup de Grace is if you have built-in executes. So if you're playing Garen, if you're playing Nidalee, if you're playing, shoot, I don't know, any other high burst champions where you want to empower that ability. Karthus is a great example that you need Coup de Grace. Quality stream here. This is serious coaching. Kha'Zix, yeah. Yeah, good examples there. But Xin Zhao, he's got sustained damage, right? And his sustained damage comes from... Oh, look at this. This is going to be spicy. Okay, so from here, we should be walking up to him. You don't need to use E to gap close. He's walking into you. Nice. Look at you go. You're going to E afterwards. Oh, beautiful. One more. Boom. First blood. Easy peasy. Okay, so from here, we know Sejuani should be doing golems, should be doing raptors. We're not going to check because we're not going to cheat, but that's what she should be doing. So from here, we take a quick little tab. That doesn't show us the summons. Where's the summons? Okay, here there. Ignite. He has Ignite. No teleport. So from here, you need to help push this wave out. That is your bonus for completing a gank. Because this guy has a wave that can be shoved. You get bonus experience from there. Yes, you're super squishy, but you'll also have 2 health pots and red buff rolling, so we help push. Yeah, it's alright. Okay. Yep, so he's shoving the wave anyway, right? If you shove with him, it denies the enemy laner, because where's the enemy laner? He's walking here. We're gonna just like fast forward here. We're gonna walk to see what would have happened if you stayed. He loses out on those guys. That's huge, because this is right now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 minions plus a cannon wave. If you push that wave in, huge. Simply ginormous. Which is fine. But yeah. You already know about the pathing here. It was kind of bad. Walk left to make you... Oh, you're playing the mind games with him. Which can kind of be beneficial, right? Like, mind games are fine, but mind games are things that you want to play when you don't have the upper hand as a champ. Like, Xin Zhao is a champ that you're wanting to fight, right? Like, you want to take the fight to her. She needs to do her best to avoid you entirely until she can get like a little bit of scaling under her belt, because early game Sejuani cannot go toe-to-toe at all with Xin Zhao. So you're playing like you're the mouse right now, when you should be the cat. Like, you're playing the mind game, like, oh, where could I be on the map? Like, you don't necessarily need her to be afraid of her, or you don't need to be afraid of her. She needs to be afraid of you. So if you hard push this lane in, assert your dominance with your mid laner, you get to go in and take her camps for free, because this guy has to catch a wave. If he doesn't, he loses out on all this experience and gold, and whereas you get to just like do whatever you want. You're really scared of Sejuani and her boar. Oh, it's okay, I can read and listen. Hew. Alright, next thing we're going to talk about is how useless Gromp is. Gromp is worth 86 gold. It is the least experienced camp in the game. It does the most damage in the game. Look at this. It does 66. We're going to refresh it here real quick. Let's take a look at this. So it attacks once per second. 70 damage. Gromp needs a buff, right? So the amount of damage this guy does, 70 attack damage. 70 points of damage versus blue buff, 82 points of damage, attacking at half the speed. So this is a noob trap. A lot of junglers, unless they can just basically like one-shot Gromp, don't even take it. Or alternatively, like if you're playing a jungler like Hecarim, Fiddlesticks, Brand, a Mumu, anybody that can clear blue buff and Gromp simultaneously, that's the only junglers that really take it early game. So avoid Gromp. This is worth 86 gold. This is worth like 100. This is worth like 1 something. Actually, let's pull up the wiki, right? Wiki. League wiki. Monsters. All right, I'll show you guys what I'm looking at. Monitor capture. Boop. All right, let's go down. We're gonna scroll. Wait, where's it at? Did I miss it? Where's the XPs? Oh, there's a breakdown. I always miss this, don't I? List of monsters gameplay. Yeah, as far as All right, well, yeah, you trust me. You believe me, right? We don't have to find it. Yeah, Gromp should definitely get you level 3, right? Because you took 1 ganked, got a kill, and like a little bit of experience here. 3. You took 1, 2, 3 camps. The quickest way to level up is red, golems, raptors. Those 3 camps, or red, golems, and any other camp. Golems, they're the farthest off the map, right? But they're also worth the most gold. They're worth the most experience. It's the highest priority camp in the game. So if you can cycle golems, which just means simply taking them, if you can cycle golems, prioritize the top half of your camps, raptors and golems, but mostly golems. If you can prioritize that, you're going to have an experience advantage over most junglers up until you get probably to plat and above. But yeah, with the quality of life change that they gave Xin Zhao, simply just like the regen, he can stay relatively healthy, but with Gromp, he does so much damage, right? All right, so from here, we pause, we look around. Okay, so we see Sejuani, she's level 3. You're level 3. She is a little healthier than you, but that's because she took these camps. She has talismans, so she can take those. She heals off of everything, so 30 health over 5 seconds. Let's get rid of Fog of War, right? 30 health from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 monsters. 180 HP. If she can kite it effectively, it's pretty alright. She gets a lot of HP back. But anytime you see the enemy jungler, you always want to tab and look to see how much CS they have. Every camp is worth 4, right? So 12 CS, so that means 1, 2, 3 is 12. Each side, or each quadrant of the map is worth 12 CS. So 12, 24, and then there's the bonus scuttles in the middle. So if they pop up on the map, and before they've soaked any lane experience, if they're level 12, you want to click on them, you want to see, okay, they have the buff. It's about 3/4 of the way done. They don't have blue buff. You know that she started red. Like, there's no guess. And that's what we thought she was going to be doing anyway. Sejuani's pretty straightforward. If she doesn't start blue with a leash, she's going to do red and should do a full clear. You'll start seeing players do mind games in higher elos, where maybe they'll do like red straight to blue and then do like a reverse clear because they don't want to be invaded by Xin Zhao. If this was the same matchup, that would be my route. On Sejuani, I would get heavy defensive vision on my bot side, and I would go red, straight to blue, skip Gromp altogether, wolves, raptors, golems, and then look bot. But most of the time, when you're playing against the Sejuani, they're not going to do that. They're going to be just pretty straightforward. But yeah, so make sure that anytime that you see the enemy jungler, you press tab, you look to see how much CS they have, and then try to calculate what their path could have been, because then you can kind of like extrapolate where they're going to be going next. So they just showed mid. This is still messed up from level 1, right? So like if you got that gank off, this game would already look way different. This mid laner would have a huge experience lead. You would have a huge experience lead over Sejuani. You'd be a lot healthier right now. But yeah, that's just simply anytime that you pressure gank or gank a lane, just help shove it into the tower. Unless they're getting a freeze off. Alright, let's see how this goes. Nice. Okay, so this already looks super good. A couple different things to note. So Bard, he can do magical journey, so he could magical journey through the wall. This guy can hop. Has anybody pinged their flashes? Enemy team has Jhin flash, Jhin heal, Vel'Koz flash. Okay, so they have healed and flashed, but you don't necessarily know that. Bard still has flash. Let's see what happens. Is this guy gonna die? He's gonna die. Perfect. Oh! Oh! Nice. That was dangerous, but I like it. Yeah, we know Ignite's done. Let's watch it again a little slower, see if we could do anything different. Okay, so that's good. You already primed your Q. Actually, let's go back a little further and slow it down, because I want to see how you're doing combos with your auto attack resets and whatnot. So, okay, so you started your... So one thing that you can do there, because you waited until your melee range to start your 3 talent strike, and actually let me go back to camps. Little further. Yeah, Trist almost outplayed there. Yeah, it could have been scary. Okay, so from here, you just wanted to see if it was there. There's no reason to walk all the way around. Just go ahead and start with your E. Save a little bit of time doing the camp that way. But what I'm looking for right now is to see at red buff, you did correctly. You started with an auto attack and then you immediately eat after that. So let's see what you do on this one. We're gonna slow it down. I guess kind of sloppy, but let's see. We got it's coming up. Auto. Yep. All right. So like one of the skill expressions that you can have with. Oh, hi, love. Thank you, darling. We got lunch. What? Okay. I'm so excited. I'm so excited about your Xin Zhao gameplay, not the food that's now here with me. Because my focus is fully devoted to your Xin Zhao gameplay. Okay. So one of the skill expressions that you can have with Xin Zhao is making sure that you're never canceling an auto attack animation. Yeah, this is constructive criticism. Dude, this is what you paid for. Aren't you happy? The skill expression that you have with Xin Zhao is never canceling an auto attack. And then, yeah, you're gonna be good. I mean, there's gonna be some things that you can apply to other champions, but Xin Zhao is one of the champions that I love playing. And when you play a super straightforward champion like Xin Zhao, you learn how to express your own skill, right? So like the way that you're able to express skill with Xin Zhao is never canceling an auto attack, but also resetting your auto attack timer. So with it, so we're looking at this cooldown, so it's up in 1 second. Nice, you did it perfect there, right? You auto attacked and immediately E'd. That's what we're looking for. So nice. Okay, yeah, you're doing it. It could be a little tighter, just like a little tighter, but it's not a big deal. So also from there, since you're already melee range, right? Auto and then Q. Same idea with a jungle camp. Yikes. Yeah, he almost got it. Okay. So from here, so again, this is a crashing wave that will need help. It's tempting to go ahead and come up for the Scuttle Crab because you're the jungler, right? You want to contest this, you want to take it off the map anytime that you can. Could he have killed you? Potentially, yeah. If he had flash up still, absolutely. But again, you got a successful gank off. You help shove wave. It frees these guys up so they can take backs if they Well, yeah, but Scuttle was up here. The fight was happening right here. Yeah, right? Morning. Y'all could have dashed. You don't know. The fight could have ended right here, right? If Tristana had flash. Let's go back. Beep. So if Tristana still had flash here, she drops a ward or whatever, you know? Does she have a ward? No. But if she still had flash, like she walked back into the bush. She could have like kept walking and then autoed you. And I think oh yeah, even that low HP right there, I don't think Sejuani could kill you there. Alright, so again looking at this one, just so that we can see like the repercussions of not pushing this wave out. These guys don't know what to do, right? You're playing with silver players. They're like, oh well, I gotta focus on just last hitting. Like I don't want to ruin anything this next wave. Okay, so they still end up losing quite a bit. That's not too crazy. Meh. Alright, we'll go back. This is where we go. We went from Scuttle to mid lane. Not too terrible. Yep, you still want to shove out though. Oh, come on, you have the right idea. No. That's okay. Whoa. Whoa. That was spicy. Do they have vision here? They do have vision here. Okay. I was like, did that Sejuani just like out of nowhere cancel your E? Ooh, big shutdown. Okay. See, rip me. I will shove more waves next game, right? Because if you just shoved that wave right there and then took it back. GG. You did know that the rumble was coming. Okay. This build's not bad so far. We'll look at cleaning up the jungle camp clearing too. Oh, we don't have flash anymore, right? No, flash is on cooldown. Nice. This guy wasted flash for whatever reason, trying to get kills. All right, push wave, push wave. Nope. Come. Darn. I know you're not gonna like learn that during a game that's already happened, so we'll stop talking about it. But no, we won't. I'll bring it up so that it's just solidified. Oh, no. So that's so bad, right? Man, that's huge. I mean, this guy's died a bunch, right? But he's not behind in levels. They're both level 6, but it could have been way better. Oh well. Oh, I think you had that. It does a lot of damage, but who's pinging you? Anybody pinging? Nope. That's right. Sejuani's looking. You're looking as well. Sejuani is now... What level is she? 5? Yeah, 5. Wait, I am also curious to make sure that you are doing the proper rotation with W. We looked at your E and Q earlier. Boop. All right, so damage optimization. Auto E, auto W, auto Q, Q, Q. So auto E, auto W, because you can use your E to reset your auto attack timer, and you can use your W to do the same thing. So you've got a lot of tools in your tool belt to reset your auto, or like cancel auto attack animations. So auto E, auto W, auto Q, 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 and then you get the full effect of your Q on all of your abilities. What was it? Or if you didn't know already, you should recommend the E to a minion and R to knock back enemy champions into your team. Watch to see if he does that post 6. Yeah. Yep. Is that the same versus champions? Wait, what was that full question? You never know what to do in the situation when you have like 10 seconds till your buff is up. Obviously, if I push the wave, I'd be fine there. And you'd be there in time. Yeah, true. I want to make sure that I'm not missing your questions. Everybody else's questions, I'm like, screw that guy. Nexi's paying me for my words. If you have questions, I gotta make sure that I see yours. Is that the same versus champions? It's situational with the champion that you're playing against. Like Tristana, right? She has a hop. If you're playing against an Ez that has a hop, and anybody that has a flash or potentially has a flash, you want to yeah, dollar bills, man. You want to make sure that you are trying to get the CC on them before they get away. So like, and just kind of playing it out too. Sometimes with Xin Zhao, specifically against Tristana, because she has a little bit of a windup on her hop. Again, another small, actually a pretty large skill expression that you can do is saving your CC for when she hops. Because different from like a stun or, I don't know, a slow or a root, you have a knockup, which will stop dashes mid-dash or stop hops mid-hop. So that means if you can save your third Q for when she starts her hop-up animation, well, not for when she starts it, because she has like a small animation window, and then the animation turns into the hop. If you can save your Q for the displacement for when she's already in the air hopping, it's going to stop that hop, and it's going to prevent her from getting away. Or she'll have to blow flash. Nice. Okay, what could we do different here? Okay, so you know Sejuani's coming in. You're like, here it goes, boys. She still has her can't be slowed button. Yep. So simply walking up and autoing. Save the W. W is the main source of damage, right? It has the twofold. It's actually doing a lot of damage. What is that, like 84 plus 186? So it's doing like it's doing like 2 something. Who knows? Math is hard, but it's your most damaging ability. You want to save it for when they're knocked up in the air. Typically, okay, so from like clearing camps perspective, you want to get E and W both on cooldown before you use your Q. Most fights and skirmishes that you have with Xin Zhao, you're frontlining your damage, right? You have Halo Blades. You very rarely are going to be getting a second set of skills off. Nobody saw me miss that WQQ, okay? Right? Yeah, that's why we're talking about it. I mean, that's why we're not talking about it. Wink. Anywho. Okay, so let's look at Ravenous, too. At this point, it's done 394. Ravenous, you should have really, really high because you're always hitting jungle camps, right? That's how useless of a stat it is. Let's see, anybody else in the game running Ravenous? Let's take a look. Bard? No, probably not. Maybe Rumble. No. Yeah, I don't think anybody else would. Right? Nope. Alright, well, we can't really do apples to apples comparison here. Yep, no, nothing. Anyway. Relentless. Way better. See what happens. Yeah. Ooh, you know they're starting. Interesting. We just saw this guy path. We're good. I was just watching an upcoming Pro Xin Zhao, right? Dude. Nexy is the next Pro Xin Zhao. Ooh, look at you doing both camps. Okay, okay. I see you there. Yeah, so at this point, you've got all three abilities unlocked. You do a significant portion of damage. This is fine to take Rob. But if I remember correctly, we still have yet to cycle these guys. What level are these? Level 1. Feels bad. Okay, that was clean. Right? Voltzi's impressed. We're all impressed. Well done. But you got to start cycling your camps. That's still level 1. It's 8 minutes in. You haven't touched those you haven't touched those wolves. Whereas Grump, you've killed twice. You saw me do that with a character on stream the other day, so Pog. Nice! Look at you! Doing work? I mean, I created that technique. My mistake. Hey! You heard me. I created that technique myself. Your conscience wouldn't let you type out the lie. We see Sejuani. Alright, so we press tab. Sejuani. 2-0-2. She's doing work. She's doing well. At this point, she's getting scary. Let's see. We've got Rumble. We have Sejuani. We have a lot of AP damage. So as far as your build goes, after we get this, we're going to want to get Merc Treads. For sure. Yeah, Volts has a good point there. If we see Sejuani on the other side of the map, that's our indicator to go ahead and make a play on the other side. So look to get some deep vision here. Check to see if any of her junglers are up. She has 47 CS. We haven't really been tracking from level 1, so it's difficult to know exactly what camps might be up. So until you get good at tracking level 1 to know when her camps are spawning, you don't really have like a very good idea. But we can cheat and look to see that they're still on the map. So it could have been better to just path through here, get a deep ward, drop something. And we still have, yeah, we have yellow trinkets, which is fine. As long as we're using trinkets to track, not trinkets to be defensive. Your tracking's awful even on your XI? That's alright, man. Tracking is honestly the most difficult thing in the game. But once you get the hang of it, it's not too terrible. It's not the most difficult. What is this chat scale? Way too high. Well, that's way too low. All right, so we took it back. What did we buy? Merc Treads, Warrior, Longsword. I like it. Okay. What else? How much gold did you have? Oh, you didn't have any gold left. Okay. At this point, I would sell the refillable plot if you didn't have enough to buy a pink ward, just so you can buy a pink ward and then come down and take the Cloud Drake off the map. Because Cloud Drake is huge. This guy's still at R. What is he doing? Grr. Oh well, we're not looking at him. Yeah, at this point in the game, we want a sweeper. Because they're pinging you. They've got vision. They know exactly where you're at. Going for the gank. I see. I see. After they flash, boom. GG easy. Alright. Immediately take the Drake. Or you can stay and help push out. But I would say Drake. If I push the wave more in mid, then my Kale would find it even harder to be bad at the game. Exactly. Okay, yeah, so you're denying that. At this point in the game, you're 11 minutes in. Plating's going to be falling pretty soon, which means towers should be falling pretty soon as well. So right now, the way I would look at it is that you're counter-jungling yourself. Just simply because if you're playing Xin Zhao and you're playing to assert dominance, which you definitely are, you're 5-1 right now. You are the scariest person on the map, sans Rumble, but he's all the way up there. I don't care about him. This Raptor is your Raptor at this point, in my opinion, because you're going to get vision set up. We're going to get a pink ward down here. That's pretty much all the vision you need. Pink ward right there, and you're going to be sweeping this area religiously. You're just sweeping. It's going to make it so scary for Sejuani to walk in there, and you're going to stay mid, and you're going to stay bot, and you're just going to live in their bot jungle. You're going to take these camps on spawn, because they're yours now, right? Leaving tiny raptors at 12 minutes in? No bueno. That's your camp that you just counter-jungled yourself. Uh-oh. Your chickens. Exactly. Your chickens that you were supposed to turn into chicken fingers, and you let one survive. Now your mom's not going to buy you new chickens. She's like, you were supposed to turn those into chicken fingers. And you're like, but mom, I didn't want to kill them all. Alright, here we go. Wait, what did you say? I usually look around that much with F keys. Oh, do you usually look around with F keys? I guess I don't specifically look at the minimap that often, though. Do you play lock screen or free screen? Sorry, mom. Chicken fingers. ZXCV? That would be... I could hit those. That wouldn't be too terrible. This isn't bad, though. I think you guys... You're the second one to the party. The most damage here. Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, Nexi, that's what you should be doing. A lot of players will play lock screen. Like, I've got teammates that only lock screen. It's better than reaching up for F keys, true. I do spacebar with my thumb. Long Slenderman. I recently changed my F keys to mouse buttons, and I'm still not 100% used to it. But let's see how this unfolds. I think you guys win this. Like, just looking at the team comp, right? Like, from here, you should be focusing Tristana, which is going to be really difficult to get to, right? Or you could kill Bard, because Bard does a surprising amount of damage too. Or you can trust Jhin to do the damage for you, and you become the tank, because with your ulti, you don't take any damage from these two, as long as they're outside your bubble. But let's see what happens. We're going to slow it down. This guy flashed. I would just go for this guy, because you should be able to just blow him up. Just ER auto. R. That works. Boop. guy's gonna die to ignite. Cool beans. Cut your losses, take out this guy. Oh, close. You had teammates that use lock screen. That's why y'all lost, true. Yeah. TSM didn't let Dyrus play? True. Wait, that's your son is Challenger. Yeah, she did alright with that flash. Boom. This guy got Q? No. Okay, let's watch this in full speed. Because a lot of times it can feel pretty bad, right? Okay, so this guy used all this. They should be dead here. Bard messed up. Cool. Alright, but here, if you just immediately ER, this guy can still focus down the Sejuani. Tristana's taken out of the fight altogether. You get an easy kill on Bard and an easy kill on Sejuani. Cut your losses with the Tristana. Oh, what? This guy just used Q on minion. Oh. Meh. Oh! Okay, so they just inted anyway. So get some plates. Plates are yours now. Or take out their... Oh. Alright, so from here, if we don't save for plates, we want to deny enemy jungle. So again, this jungle is yours. Anytime that you get a kill on the bot lane, which it's easy to be afraid right now, right? But you still have 2 smites in your pocket. Start using those smites too. That is actually a lot of damage. 80 bonus true damage. And you take so much less from them. Yeah, start using the smites, buddy. Let's go back. We're gonna watch Sejuani. Alright. Yeah, smite damage is actually insane. What the heck? Sejuani. She had abilities up too, right? No, she doesn't. Okay. I don't even know if you needed the flash here. That was pretty alright. No flash really required. So again, keeping your experience advantage. Like you could be on the same par as solo laners right now. Like you could be level 10 as well. What level is Sejuani though? How do we look at people that are dead? Yeah, we'll wait for her to be alive. But you could have a much larger lead. If you don't take Drake here, I'm gonna be upset. Oh, you're baited into this. No. Unfortunate. Okay. So there are 3 options here. 3 options is you help push this wave in. You take plates. Option 1, which is probably about same effectiveness as option 2, which would be golems and dragon. Option 3, okay, there's 4 options. Option 3 is just go straight to Drake. Option 4 was ignore this, ignore these, and go to Scuttle. Scuttle, the cruel mistress that's always calling to you, that doesn't always pan out. We'll see. So Sejuani's already back on the map. Bot lane's back on the map. Your bot lane hasn't recalled yet. This is now a 50-50. Should have been a 50-50. They teleported in? Who teleports here? What the heck? Alright, well. Ho! Yikes. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 deaths. That's a huge 4 for 1. That's a huge, huge, huge swing for the enemy team, which could have been avoided if we didn't do Scuttle. We just take this. So deliberate pathing. Let's go back. All right, we're gonna look at the timer. We're watching time. Yeah, I think that's the moment that was thrown. So from here, rather than walking all the way out, you dropped aggro, immediately come back, and you can get 1 hit on there, and then path up. Which is fine. Okay, so 13 seconds in. Okay, so from here, anytime that's not hitting the dragon, we've already wasted. This guy's still dead for another 5 seconds. That's perfect timing for Drake. 13-10. And we blew Smite on Scuttle too. A full 10 seconds went by before Drake was started. 10 seconds is huge. She's already right here. I don't know where she's gonna path to though. Alright, so she's heading there. But 10 seconds ago, let's go back. We're gonna go back to... At 13:10 is when we could have started it. At 13:10, Bard was right here. He's got to catch this wave. Even if your bot lane doesn't come up, this guy's all the way back here. We start this, that fight never happens. Yeah, if Kayle ults you, you're the most fed person on the team right now. If Kayle ults you, it's a very, very different game. And at the end of the day, it's a Cloud Drake. Which, looking at it, this looks like just the easiest kill in the game, which it was. I'll give you that. Like, that's a very, very easy kill. But he does a lot of damage too. Holy moly. Yeah, that equalizer just shreked you guys. That is huge. Alright, let's look at the gold. The gold difference, you guys are up 2K? 2,000 gold difference. At this point, we're up 3K. All those shutdown golds. Now you're absolutely even. But then the gold poolings, that got Tristana back in the game. That got Sejuani back in the game. Mid laners ahead. Rumble's huge. Man. Oh. Yep, that was the play that ended. Honestly, I think that could have been the game-throwing play. Feels bad. Yeah, I would also probably go for that kill, like hands down, because I'm a super aggro player. But it's about training ourselves not to go for those kills. Which, I mean, that's why it's so good to look at your plays periodically and like analyze, like, hey, what could I have done better? Could better vision prevent? Oh yeah, absolutely. Which is huge, right? Like if your bot lane had vision to put down, which they don't. If you had pink wards to put down, which you didn't. If you had a sweeper, because if you put a pink ward here, it doesn't matter. If you can't see them coming, they're not going to make that play because they don't have vision there. So you got to swap out for sweeper, sell this, get rid of that. Get a pink ward. You got plenty of gold for pink ward. Sell the pot. You only need the refillable pot for like the first couple clears, especially on Xin Zhao. Like his clear is pretty safe once you get like a little bit AD because the quality of life buff on his passive. That's right. Let's keep going. Still salvageable. You just rotate through these and take Rift Herald off the map. You didn't buy any elixirs, you know? It's alright. Easy kill. Are you going straight to here? Oh, buddy. So one little trick that I like with Xin Zhao, especially when you're clearing this, and you are going to start clearing this so often because you're going to be like, wow, Rift Herald's the easiest camp in the game. And it really is. And especially, okay, so you're running Ravenous, and this is a cheat, right? Like, it's now 1576 total healing, which looks pretty good, but that's because you're getting all this healing off of Rift Herald. Just a moment ago, it was 1200. Every time you hit that eye, it gives you, like, another 150. Broken. Yeah. It is a late Herald. So a lot of times when I'm considering taking Herald, I either wait for like the 18-minute mark. 18-minute and beyond is great because then you can use it as like your 6th teammate. Yeah, so now all of a sudden, oh, Ravenous Hunter. I'm so glad I took this rune, right? Like, it's 1800 at healing. That's pretty good. But anytime you take Rift Herald, it's padding the stats. So, GG, don't do that again. Volts, your champ pool's falling apart. Feels bad, man. Rather than taking it at 15 minutes. I mean, this is nice, though. Like, you know where they're at, but farms being lost up here. These camps still haven't been cycled in a while. It's level 8. Level 8. Level 8. Feels bad. Whereas if we look at there's level 4. What? Level 9. Level 9. Huh. Well, you don't want to compare yourself to silver players though. We're getting you to plat. Let's get it. Where do we go from here? Do you win the 1v1 fight? He does have ninja tabbies, blasting one. He does a lot of damage. You don't have too much MR. People that don't know what healing reduction is, feels bad. That is a gear grinder. Who's pinging you? People know that you're up here. That's pretty crazy. They're like, hey, he's on red buff right now. Oh shit, told me who was pinging. That's pretty cool. Yeah, because with... You're going to play more Xin Zhao than Rek'Sai so you can focus on learning the game. Both? Okay, so... It's... I don't know. Both of them you can focus on learning the game, right? But Xin Zhao has a playstyle that's similar to a lot of junglers right now because ganking junglers are still definitely a thing versus farming junglers, just because the camps don't give much experience. They keep nerfing the amount of experience that camps give, but if you pressure gank a lane and push it out, or gank a lane and push it out, you get way more experience than 1 or 2 camps. Did you get Sterix? We'll see what he gets. Oh my goodness, yeah. Rek'Sai is so tricky to play, right? See, like, this guy's level 11, you're level 9. That's a very, very difficult fight for you to take. You went Dead Man's in Spirit? Okay, yeah. So this game, Sterix is fine. I probably would have gone Maw of Malmortius, though. If you went Maw instead of Titanic, I think you just frontline for your team because you can kill the Rumble and you can kill the Sejuani, and everybody else in the back line don't do anything. And then you just you frontline for your team. Just because, like, yeah, one AD champion that has to be really, really close to you in order to do damage. Because with your ultimate, like, Tristana, the reason she's so strong is that she can damage from so far away, but she will literally do 0 damage to you during your ultimate. So I would just front to back for your team. Just be a damage soak. And the only people you're going to be soaking from is Rumble, maybe Vel'Koz, but mostly Rumble. And then obviously Sejuani does a little bit too. Yeah, Sedge is AP as well, but they've nerfed quite a bit of her damage. Feels bad. Got vision there. Can I ping? I can't ping. Dropping Herald. Not bad, not bad. Bard's dead, so he can't use the ultimate, which is kind of a Bard note, right? Like anytime that the enemy team gets Rift Herald and I'm playing Bard, it's like, haha, suckers. It doesn't do anything for you because he can just ult the tower and it cancels the charge damage, which is pretty nutty. But they're dead, so they can't cancel it. And using it mid is usually ideal, just because when you kill mid, it opens up the tower. Okay, let's see what's going on in this fight. Where are you at? What are you doing? Ah, man. What are you doing during this fight? Okay, so as soon as he hooks, that's your cue to go in. Landed the hook, boom, go. Gotta go. Which at this point, it would be kind of trusting the Kayle to ult you. But with her ult up, if you're in there doing the damage, you haven't done any damage this fight. But if you're in there doing the damage, and she sees that, she ults you, you guys get the tower, and you maybe get a triple kill out of it there. Meanwhile, bot lane. But this is fine. 3 of them have to back now, right? You can push this in, take the tower. Only Brand here. One thing that I like to do... Oh, alright. One thing I like to do on Xin Zhao, especially when you're looking at doing like a tower dive situation, is prime 2 of your Talon strikes. And on the 3rd one, you just E instant knockup, WR. Or RW. Because R does more damage the higher their HP is. Kayle started ulting you in like the last 30 minutes. That's nice of her. Oh. Okay. Wait, is there still a ward in there? Yeah, there is. Scurry. Can you QSS a Bard ult? Yeah, you can. What's the next Drake? I don't like that they took that out on Spectate. Nice. Alright, free kill. Push wave. You've got mid prio. Perfect. You can take Drake for free. They don't have Vel'Koz, which is their main source of damage. Oh, you can keep going. Oh, no. Which is fine. You've built MR here. And you still have Smite up, I think. I think you stay in that fight. Yeah, from there. So they've already used all their burst on you. Right? Which it's always scary. Anytime that I'm playing a melee champ, I'm like, I don't like it. So his Q is on cooldown. We're going to have a Q. There's the Q. And the W. And you're out of range, so this Ignite is actually doing no damage to you. You just stay on the Sejuani here. Because even though it's true damage, your R blocks all damage if they're outside of that. How are we going above and beyond with this coaching session? Dude, somebody asked for me to watch a game on Xin Zhao. You know I'm going to watch Xin Zhao. Look at chat. Boop. Nothing. That's fine. Actually, I don't think you can see what people write. So you may have wrote, take Drake here. You passed it. What? Get out of here. Oh. Yeah. Oh. I would have some words for this Kale too. Which that's playing Xin Zhao as a split pusher is absolutely fine. With Trinity Force and your Q and using E on minions, you can take towers really fast. What are you building towards though? Yeah, so from here, anytime that you get Trinity Force when you are ahead. Just because you use absolutely everything on that item and it's fantastic. Yeah, it has been over an hour. That's fine though. If you're super far ahead with Triforce, boom, you're good to go. After that, though, you need to go Sterix, or you need to go... What is it? Sterix or Maw? Hexdrinker? Hexdrinker into Maw. If they have a lot of AP, which they do, Maw after these two items. Or at least Hexdrinker. They probably saw Kayla Words and said, I'm going to go to rank with this. Exactly. Dude, no, Nexy. I advertise it as 1 hour, but it's never just an hour. My time management skills and, like, the things I like to talk about is way too much. And I want to make sure that you feel like you're getting value out of it. I hope you feel that way. We'll start doing some 2-timesers. Watch me. Bolts. Until kill. Oh man, Nexy. That's so mean. Until Kayla decides to ult me, I'm playing for myself. Boom damage. In true EU flame fashion. Nice. Alright, so from here, you've got, let's see, 2 people down, and these are their biggest team fighters. The Rumble ulti not being here, Vel'Koz ulti not being here. Yes, they still have Sejuani, Bard, Tristana. Your ulti's on cooldown, but you have cooldowns on your team. You still have Divine Judgment. You still have Depth Charge. And I think Guillotine's ready to go, right? No, it's on cooldown. But from here, if you have, let's see, you have pink wards, right? Yep, pink ward. So clear this, get a pink ward here. You really need to start switching out for sweeper, and you gotta try to remind people on your team to switch out for sweeper too, because you've got five trinkets here. Those aren't doing you any favors. The enemy jungle went for a sweeper. That's the only sweeper in the game. That's nutty. That's actually insane. You really want to take Baron here, and you 100% can if you have the right tools. Control ward is great, right? It's fantastic, but you need to use both of them because you don't have any sweepers. You need to make sure they don't have vision in the pit, so you got to drop a pink ward here, and then you got to drop it again out here because you don't have any vision denial, which is huge, right? Yeah, you should definitely get more sweepers. Like early game junglers, it's pretty important, especially as you're climbing, right? It's really important to have sweeper, just because then if you're playing an invade jungle like Xin Zhao against Sejuani, you can definitely invade hardcore. Sweeping it in areas that are really common to ward like right over here, if you're playing, let's say you're still playing this side, right? Coming down over here, a lot of mid laners are gonna just drop a ward right here to see this gateway, right? So if you walk down to here and start your sweeping lens to see if they're there, you can walk over to here, and then you can walk up to the bushes and see if they've warded in anywhere in this region. And then you know that this gateway is clear. And that either lines up perfectly for a gank, or you can then walk into their jungle. Yeah, sweeper plus control wards. Even when I'm playing Rek'Sai, I feel like I have extra wards are way more useful than sweepers, but I'm probably wrong. Yeah, even with Rek'Sai. I mean, with Rek'Sai, you've got like really creative ganking paths, which is nice. Like you can come over the dragon pit and look bot. Like you can go dragon pit straight to here. But you also want to make sure that you're not spotted on the way there. Because some supports will be like, oh, I'm going to just ward up here, or I'll ward down here, or I'll ward tri-bush. If you start your sweeping journey up here, and you sweep down, and you sweep up, and you can sweep in, you can wait right here for them to be past the midpoint, and then you just ping, like spam ping, I'm going, and then you just come over the wall. Even if they have a trinket or a ward in here, you're already behind them. They don't have anywhere to go. Boom. But that's a tale for another game. Yeah, they're getting baited into running. That's so unfortunate. Xin Zhao asking for assistance. Please, team. But you're still sitting on the pink wards, so you don't know if they have vision here. They got vision there. And here. Man. Okay, so another option that you can do here, right? You know that they have vision here. Drop a pink ward. Well, again, we have to sweep this area. So drop a pink ward here. No vision. Drop a pink ward here. And then walk up. Have everybody just sit in the bush. It's called creating a death bush. They know that everybody's walked in because they see them on this little guy. But they don't know whether or not you are currently doing Baron. So you just stand right there. They come up. You turn and engage. And then you take free Baron. Yeah, unfortunate. All right, I want to see what your final build is and what the game looks like at the end. Because Tristana is gonna really start popping off. Yeah, and they're ahead in gold, and this is at this point. Oh, nice, and you've been splitting, so your experience advantage is pretty decent. Still have a decent XP lead. What do we got though? We got Titanic, we got Deadman's, Warrior, Spectre's Cal. Deadman's is absolutely fine, but we still need Sterix in there somewhere. So maybe Sterix instead of Titanic, or no, the Maw of Malmortius instead of Titanic would be the way to go. From your optimal runes. Yeah, true. I forgot about that. 5,000 healing too. Dang. Look at you go. Lots going on. Let's slow it down. Alright, as soon as they throw that ulti, that's their main form of engage. Right now, either we've got to back, which is not the way to go, because Kayle, you want to keep her alive. From here, you got to be able to posture yourself in between both your team and their team. So this is fine. Bard has no ulti. Perfect. Beautiful. He can't save people and he can't prevent your damage from coming in. Missed that. That's fine. So from here, we should still be posturing up here. Keeping in line with Kayle. Even though she's out of position right now, right? Like, she should probably be back here if she was smart. You need to kind of like mirror her. So keeping in line. Because you've got the engage, right? Like, you can dash in, you can do stuff. And with your R, they're not going to be able to do anything to you specifically. You want them to focus you, though. Because with Xin Zhao, the biggest pressure that you can bring to a team fight is damage soak. There's no other champion in the game that can absorb as much damage as Xin Zhao because of his R. Maybe Pantheon with his E, but this can be up a lot longer because anytime that you hit somebody, the duration is increased by 0.3, which is nutty because you're hitting this big mammoth beastie lady, and you're gonna be just fine during that. So as soon as she throws that, you should be coming up. You should be engaging, and if you were keeping in line with her, you could engage. Just go straight on the Sejuani and zone everybody else, because you are now a front to back team. What do we got? Do we use our damage? So not tank. Different thing. Lots of damage. All right, let's see. Are we also using Titanic? We are. Okay, so I remember to use Titanic, which is good. So let's slow down again. So immediately from here, again, walking in, because she's your main source of damage. Sustained, consistent damage is Kale. As soon as she dies, you're in trouble. Yeah, so just the positioning on that fight. Yeah, you could have canceled his laser, for sure. But if you were in the proper position to begin with, you wouldn't need to cancel his laser. Because the threat of Xin Zhao is usually enough. So from here, if you walk up, if you were still up here, the threat of Xin Zhao is large enough that if you just walk down, they're going to be like, turn and focus Xin Zhao. Bard's never going to be able to get close enough to stun Kale, right? So it's a scenario that wouldn't even happen. Yes, she takes the damage from Sejuani, but you just walk down. Yeah, so it wouldn't have been a scenario. Since we got there, yeah, walking over and immediately canceling this guy's ult, because this, let's see the damage here. 1600 damage. And it does his passive. Wow. That's crazy. Another quality Kale ult, though. Okay, as I type it, get wrecked, get red, Voltzy. Yeah. And then from here, they should be able to end easily. I mean, you did save Kale. Kale wasn't able to get any damage off, though. It's looking like the end of the game, boys. Tristana is just a monster at this point. Right? Her range, 645. Nutty. She does all the damage. Let me whisper you real quick, though. Oh, yeah, man. End of the game. Boop. Oh, him, my bad. Well, maybe, I don't know. You can whisper whiskey too. Either way. Oh, wrong one. Guys, what up? Dude, Nexy, thank you so much for doing the coaching session. I'm so happy.